and welcome to Mohawk TV's 2012 election coverage. I'm your host, Regan Jacobs, and in studio today with me is Billy, the PK Diabo. And we're going to get underway with a long list of candidates that we're going to be interviewing on this show, of course, for the upcoming Mohawk Council of Kahnawake election, which will be held July 7th. Billy, how you doing? And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Actually, I'm doing very good, and it's very interesting in what's going on right now. I can't believe the people that are coming up to me and giving me a lot of support, and I like that idea. Well, my real name is William Joseph Diabo. The reason why we put Billy the PK, I was talking with people, and they're looking at the paper, and they're saying, well, you're not running. I says, yes, I am. And they're looking at it, and they said, William Diabo. Well, there's 8 other William Diabos, so they thought it was other guys. So I had to make that adjustment to get it right across the board. So I just wanted to make sure, because I want a fair shot at it. I don't want an advantage, I just want a fair shot at it.
Right.
And people know me in this town. Like I said, I've worked 17 years on the road on the reserve. I feel I did a really good job. Unfortunately, I'm not there at the moment. I mean, it's different areas that have to deal with. But I believe and I know that I can do this. I mean, there's a lot of different things that I've been thinking about. This is not the first time. This is actually the first time I'm running.
Right.
But I've been actually thinking about this for at minimum the past 3 terms. The last term, I had it set up with the people ready to nominate me. I had a big list drawn up. I had everything ready to go. And unfortunately, with family problems, I wasn't ready for it. Now I know I'm ready for it. I mean, a lot of the stuff has been dealt with, and I think it's good. It's more with my mother. And everybody knows, unfortunately, she had passed away.
Right,
I was stuck in that situation. And
so what made you decide now's the time I'm going to run for chief on Mohawk Council?
Really, like I said, last time I was ready to go, and this time I says, look, I know I can do this. I know I can do this job. It's not a problem because I have a lot of compassion for Kahnawake, for all the people that are here, and they know that, and I've proven that, and I've proven I can be trusted, and that's another reason why I want to do it, because I can't do it the capacity that I was doing, and when I was in that last job, it was limited, to what we can do, because they were trying to stay out of the political aspect and all that other stuff, which is understandable. But now going this way, I see a lot of problems that had happened, and I see a lot of problems that's been continuing, and maybe something is getting done. But the communication from the council to the people.
You don't think it's going well?
No, I really don't think it is, because everybody that I'm speaking to, I mean, I'm not talking to the whole town, but I do have a lot of friends. I have a lot of everybody that people that respect me, and they come up to me with the information, like, well, we don't know what's happening. We don't know anything. We brought this up, and we can't seem to find out what's going on, I mean...
Based on your experience working with the Kahnawake Peacekeepers, and other things that you've obviously done in your life, how do you think those skills or those experiences would make you a good leader?
Well, that for sure. I mean, like the other things you had mentioned that I've done with my life is that the one thing I did do is I left in 1985, 86. I went to work off the reserve. I was working in Kitchener-Waterloo for a couple of years, and for a boiler service technician is what I was doing over there. And I learned how they have it. And it was a culture shock that I don't know if I was ready for. And they hit me hard, and it was like, they were taking half your pay and all that other stuff. So like I said, I've had that experience of leaving the reserve and working off. And that only helped me when I got home. I look forward to coming home. Now, when I left, I felt I had nothing here. But when I left and I worked over there, then I realized I have everything here. This is me. This is us. And, when I came home, I wasn't home very long, and then I applied to be a peacekeeper, and lo and behold, I became one. And I really know and feel I did the job Kahnawake wanted. Everybody that I spoke to knows they were going to get respect when I was there. And knows I was working for them. I never forgot what I
Right.
stood for as being a peacekeeper when I wore that. And, you know, and I think that is really important. And I'm planning to do the same thing here.
How would you be, if you were elected, how would you be accountable to the people of Ganawage?
Oh, that will, if be accountable for the people is not a problem. Anybody has any questions about the open circumstances that we have to deal with, you know, I wouldn't have a problem with going right to them. They don't have to come to me. I can go to them. I don't have a problem with that. I never had a problem with talking to people and dealing with people. That we all know. So, I mean, that is only an asset to me, is that I know how it works. You know, I mean, obviously it'll be, if I do get elected, it'll be a little bit harder for me to get out and run around and go up to everybody. But the thing of it is that I am willing to do that. I will definitely do that, you know, because they only have working hours from what time to what time. I can be there after that to talk to you. Sit down in your home or whatever.
They do say that this position is a 24/7,
Definitely.
you know, job, and
So was my last one.
exactly.
My last
you must
one-
have seen a lot.
Yeah, I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot here, and I relished every minute of it with the peacekeepers.
Right. What part of the political sphere, if you will, are you interested in?
Well, that's another thing. I've been really adamant about our schooling, okay, our education system. I've been hearing forever that our education system, people are sending their child off for a better education. And I don't believe it should be like that. You know, I've been hearing it for a long time. Everybody's been hearing it. There's no two ways about it. I mean, I was even told by people that our own teachers are sending their children off to reserve for a better education. No, that can't be done. What I would like to do is sit down with everybody, talk obviously with the council, if so elected, and sit down, and we have to come to something. There has to be. I'm not saying come equal to the outside. I would like to take that one step over. One step. Our children can handle it. There's no two ways about it. Our children are way more smart enough than that, and they all know it. We can take that. We can get together. We can sit down. We can talk about it. We can get it clear, and then we can go and make our proper steps to educate our children even more. I want a system in Ganawage would be nice if we can have other people say, I wish I could send my kids to school in Ganawage, you know, and where they have to go outside, because I've heard people leaving the reserve, get our diplomas here, and go over there and have to do an equivalency. No, I would like it where our students are graduating and the schools are lobbying to get our children. I think would be good. I know the people on the portfolio that are taking care of it. I know they're definitely doing something. I'm not disrespecting them. I don't want to disrespect them in any way. I would like to help. You know, I would like to know. But that's the thing of it is that nobody that I've talked to seems to know, you know, what are they doing? I mean, the people on here, I know them. I know them and I know they're doing something. But we have to let the public know more about what they are doing. I think would be it. The communication is what we need. And like I said,
Well, you realize that the Mohawk Council does not have the mandate for education, like in terms of the operational aspects. I know that it's been handed over to the parents of the community, and it's really the driving force behind that is the parents, and then, you know, the administration is handled by the education center. So I don't know, you know, how would you change that, or would you just enhance it? Or what's your
I don't
ideas
know
in that?
about. I don't believe I would have to change that. If everybody can be on the same page and we sit down, united, and talk about it, not bickering and arguing and stuff like that, because that really doesn't solve anything. If we can sit down and everybody voice their opinion, and we have to come to some kind of an agreement with them. There's no two ways about it. Because right now, the way everything is going, our children are the only ones that are being hurt. And I believe that has to be fixed. That really has to be fixed. We have to look at them. We have to sometimes sit here, well, maybe I shouldn't, let's get together and do this. It's for them. Because they're the next ones that are going to be sitting here doing this. They're the next ones coming up here, and they're going to be sitting here and lobbying for their position in the council to keep it going. We have to look at that.
What else are you interested in besides education?
Oh, Jesus. I got the kids. Obviously, the kids. I've been coaching for quite a few years in Ganawage. I was coaching when I was a lot younger. When I first got on the police force, I was coaching with the midgets and stuff like that. And I loved it. I helped them as much as I can, and they were speaking a lot of different things. You know, like we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't have this, we don't have that.
Right.
And again, they're saying the same thing. So, and I know, like, I mean, the parks are great. Don't get me wrong, they're fantastic. But not every kid's gonna go there. No matter what we're gonna do, not every kid's gonna go there. But I feel they need a voice. And the only way they're gonna get a voice, we can't sit here and call them and it's okay, look, we're having hot dogs and french fries, come here. We have to go to where they are.
Yeah.
For instance, the quarry. They're always there.
Yes.
There's a lot of danger there.
Yes.
Okay, that's another thing I was like to get on, besides their voice, is the protection of them. I mean, we have to get over there, we have to speak to the landowners, and we have to find a way to make some kind of security for now, for the kids, or for all the time actually, because we're never gonna get every kid. Even if we put a pool, which I would like to have done, and not every kid's gonna go to the pool anyway.
Right.
We have to find some kind of security. I'm a certified scuba diver. I was already been thinking about this, thinking about putting up some kind of a dock in the water and this and that and anchor it off. And I work with Waddell's also here, and they don't have a problem with volunteering their services to set it up to help the kids. Put a few docks, some floating lines, a certain distance out, just in case if something goes wrong. We need that. But again, I don't have any word from the landowners yet. And this is always going to come up to monies. Well, if it comes up to monies, then I have to. I'll pay for it myself, one way or another. I ain't going to put everything in one shot.
Yeah.
But I will definitely make one dock, anchor it off, one dock, anchor it off. And I know people will help me when they realize that I'm only there for the safety of the children. That's what it is. Okay. And again, back to the voice of the children, another thing is that they don't have a lot. And everybody's different. Everybody sees different things. You know, and I've dealt, like I said, I've dealt with a lot of the children here, and I know a lot of them. And I had someone come to me, or had mentioned before, someone that's really dear to me, about starting an arcade, which is a very good idea, which I really believe should be done. And, you know, other things. I mean, we can't have to focus on one. We have to go across the board with everybody. We literally have to sit down with the children, go to them. They're not going to come running to us. We have to go to them. I think that's really important for us to get out there, to go to them. I mean, again, if I am elected, it's going to be hard to do that, but I will make it a point to get out there to talk to them. And if I do get elected, that's the first thing I'm going to worry about, is speaking to the owners and getting some kind of safety precautions put in at the quarry to begin with.
Okay. What do you think are some of the biggest issues in the community right now that you wouldn't mind dealing with if you were elected, or that you feel needs to be?
Border crossing is one of them. That's a very touchy situation. I mean, they're trying to tell us and all this other stuff, which I really don't like the way I'm treated. I mean, and I'm just as guilty, because I'll give them a hard time because of the way it always happens, you know. Well, you people, well, wait a minute. I'm North American Indian. I says, you know, we're not supposed to have border. I mean, obviously we're gonna, because of all that other stuff that's going on. But the thing of it is that there's got to be a way we can sit down, talk about it. It's probably not gonna happen for a long time. All the processes here that I'm worried about, like the schooling and all that and everything, it's gonna take a long process to get it done. We know that. There's no two ways about it. And especially with the border crossing and that stuff. But again, speaking of the border crossing and all that other stuff, is another thing that I've been talking to people about, and they feel it's something that's right, and that's our trade. You know, if we can make some kind of trading rights with other reserves. And I'm not just talking about over here, I'm talking across the border, both sides of the border. And we have to work on something with the native communities. You know, there's no way around it. We have to go to them. We can't worry about Quebec at the moment. We have to get it there where we're all together. And if we unite and work on a treaty agreement with Swedish, because I just heard something on the radio about that people were transporting from one reserve to another reserve. They got pulled over and all kind of stuff going on, and they're going to court for it. And as far as I understand, is that they wanted in court that it's non-taxable. They've taken from one reserve to another.
Of course.
This was in the States.
That's a huge issue.
Yeah.
It's a huge issue here too.
Yeah.
But 15 minutes flies, so we have to wrap it up. Is there anything else you feel is important to add?
Oh my, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that we can add. But another thing that I'm thinking that I've been really worried about is the people in the community who are not covered with insurances that work, and with unemployment. I mean, I know that's another touchy situation on what's going on with everything happening, but that has to be we need to protect our own people.
Yeah.
And a lot of these places are not willing to, to go to the government with this stuff, which is understandable. There's got to be something, somewhere, somehow we can take care of it. We need to protect our people. We definitely need to protect our people. Okay. And it's not happening. On
that note, we're going to have to wrap it up. Thank you for coming in. I know 15 minutes goes fast.
Yes,
but good luck with your rest of the election period, and good luck on July 7th.
Thank you.
And we'll see how the results turn out at the
I
polls.
hope I can do something.
Okay. And thanks for staying with us, but there's a lot more to come here on Mohawk TV, and my fellow journalist Jessica Deer will be handling some of the interviews today on this program as we continue on in our Mohawk Council of Kahnawakes election 2012 here on Local Channel 4 Mohawk TV. Don't go away, we're going to be taking a quick commercial break.